Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist is a globally beloved novel that tells the story of Santiago, a young shepherd, on a journey of self-discovery, pursuing his personal legend and understanding the deeper truths of life. Published in 1988, the novel is allegorical, fusing elements of mysticism, spirituality, and philosophy with the tale of a boy following his dreams. The primary theme revolves around the pursuit of one's personal legend, which is Coelho's concept for fulfilling one's true purpose in life. Along the way, Santiago learns valuable lessons about perseverance, the interconnectedness of life, and the importance of following one's heart. The book is widely known for its simple yet profound messages, inspiring readers to reflect on their lives and the choices they make. The story of The Alchemist is compact, yet its themes are vast and can be unpacked at many levels. Below is a detailed summary of the plot, key themes, and characters that appear throughout the novel. Introduction to Santiago. The protagonist of the novel, Santiago, is a young shepherd in the Andalusian region of Spain. He is content with his life and enjoys spending his days tending to his sheep. Santiago has a recurring dream in which he is at the foot of the Egyptian pyramids and finds a treasure. After sharing his dream with a gypsy fortune-teller, he is told that the dream is prophetic and that he must travel to Egypt to find his treasure. The gypsy advises Santiago to sell his sheep in order to finance his journey. At this stage, Santiago is torn. On the one hand, he is comfortable with his life and his flock, and on the other, he feels a strong pull towards pursuing the treasure in his dream. He comes to realize that he cannot ignore this calling, and thus, he decides to sell his sheep and begin his quest. Meeting Melchizedek, the king of Salem. Santiago's journey begins with his first encounter with a mysterious figure, an old man who claims to be Melchizedek, the king of Salem. Melchizedek explains to Santiago that everyone has a personal legend, a purpose or calling that they must fulfill in their lifetime. He tells Santiago that the universe conspires to help those who pursue their personal legend, but the journey is often fraught with challenges and obstacles. The king of Salem gives Santiago 2 stones, Urim and Thummim, which are meant to help him make decisions along the way. Melchizedek also explains that Santiago's treasure lies at the pyramids in Egypt, but the road to finding it is not easy. Santiago must overcome his doubts, fears, and challenges in order to realize his dreams. Melchizedek's role in the story is to instill in Santiago the belief that he is capable of achieving greatness and that he must be proactive in pursuing his destiny. This encounter serves as the first step of Santiago's spiritual awakening. The journey to Tangier, first setback. Santiago's first major step is to travel to the bustling city of Tangier in North Africa. The city represents a world beyond the simple life of a shepherd, and it's filled with unfamiliar customs, people, and opportunities. Here, Santiago encounters his first setback when he is swindled by a man he trusts, losing all the money he had saved for his journey. This moment represents a crucial turning point in the story. Santiago is devastated by the loss of his money, but he also realizes that the only way to continue on his journey is to start again, with nothing. He begins working for a crystal merchant, an old man who runs a crystal shop. Through this work, Santiago learns about the importance of perseverance, hard work, and the willingness to take risks. The Crystal Merchant, Lessons in Faith and Persistence. The Crystal Merchant is a key figure in Santiago's journey. Although the merchant has a modest business, he has never fully pursued his dream of traveling to Mecca because of his fear of failure. Santiago, motivated by his own dream, helps the merchant expand his shop and improve its sales, teaching him about the value of following one's personal legend. The relationship between Santiago and the merchant reveals a central theme of The Alchemist. Fear often holds people back from achieving their dreams. The merchant's fear of failure has confined him to a life of mediocrity, and it's only when he begins to act on his dreams that he finds greater fulfillment. Santiago, on the other hand, has the courage to keep moving forward despite the difficulties he faces, which inspires the merchant to consider pursuing his own dreams once again. The Alchemist, Meeting the Master of Transformation. After spending some time working for the merchant, Santiago continues on his journey and eventually meets the alchemist, a wise and mysterious figure who has mastered the ability to transform base metals into gold. The alchemist becomes Santiago's guide and mentor, teaching him the deeper truths of life, the soul of the world, and the transformative power of pursuing one's personal legend. One of the most significant lessons the alchemist imparts is the idea of the language of the world, a mystical language that all living things share. The alchemist teaches Santiago to listen to the heart and to trust in the signs and omens that the universe sends to guide him. The alchemist's philosophy is grounded in the belief that everything in the world is interconnected, and that by following your heart and pursuing your purpose, you align yourself with the universe. The desert and the battle with the elements. The journey through the desert represents the trials that Santiago must face in order to achieve his dreams. The harsh conditions of the desert, both physical and emotional, test his resolve and force him to confront his fears, doubts, and weaknesses. The desert also symbolizes the internal struggle Santiago must undergo to transform into the person capable of achieving his personal legend. During this phase of the journey, Santiago learns to listen to his heart and trust in the deeper wisdom within him. He experiences moments of doubt and uncertainty but continues to press forward, guided by the teachings of the alchemist. One of the key lessons of this part of the story is the importance of perseverance and having faith in the face of adversity. Santiago realizes that the path to his treasure is not only external but also an internal journey of self-discovery. The revelation at the pyramids. When Santiago finally reaches the pyramids in Egypt, he faces yet another challenge. He is confronted by a group of thieves who steal all of his belongings, including the gold he had been carrying. In the midst of this tragedy, Santiago has an epiphany. He realizes that the true treasure is not the material wealth he had been seeking but the wisdom, growth, and self-discovery he has gained along the way. Santiago's treasure is revealed to him in a deeper, spiritual sense. It is not the physical riches he once sought but the realization that the journey itself, with all its trials and transformations, has been the true reward. By pursuing his personal legend, Santiago has gained an understanding of life, love, and the interconnectedness of all things. In the final twist, Santiago uncovers a literal treasure buried near the very spot where he had the dream that started his journey. The treasure is buried under a sycamore tree, and it consists of gold coins and jewels. However, the true value of this treasure is not in the wealth itself but in the lessons Santiago has learned about the importance of following one's heart, trusting in the process, and embracing the journey of life. Themes and analysis. 1. Personal legend and fulfillment. At its core, The Alchemist is a novel about pursuing one's personal legend, which is the unique purpose or calling each person is destined to fulfill. Santiago's journey symbolizes the universal quest for self-discovery, meaning, and fulfillment. The novel emphasizes that following one's dreams is not always easy, but it is essential for living a truly rich and satisfying life. 2. The role of fear. Fear is a major theme throughout the novel. The characters Santiago meets on his journey, including the crystal merchant and the alchemist, struggle with fear at various points in their lives. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, and fear of pursuing one's dreams, fears and take risks, emphasizing that the path to personal growth and fulfillment often requires overcoming the obstacles that fear presents. 3. The power of the universe and the language of the world. The novel introduces the concept of the language of the world, a mystical communication that connects all living things. This theme suggests that the universe is supportive of those who pursue their true purpose and that signs, omens, and synchronicities are available to guide individuals along their journey. The idea that the universe conspires to help you when you follow your personal legend is a central theme in the novel, encouraging readers to trust in the process of life and believe that they are being supported by a greater force. 4. Transformation and alchemy. The motif of alchemy in the novel is not just about turning base metals into gold but about personal transformation. Santiago's journey mirrors the alchemical process of refining one's character and soul. As Santiago faces challenges, he learns to shed old fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs, ultimately achieving spiritual enlightenment and understanding. The alchemist's teachings about the process of transformation underscore the importance of self-discovery and growth. 5. The journey is the treasure. One of the most powerful lessons in the book is that the journey itself is the treasure. Santiago's pursuit of his personal legend, although filled with struggles and setbacks, is more valuable than the material wealth he ultimately finds. The experiences, wisdom, and insights gained along the way are what truly enrich his life. This teaches readers that the meaning of life is found in the process of living, not in the destination or the material rewards. Conclusion. The Alchemist is a profound and inspiring novel that teaches the importance of pursuing one's dreams, following one's heart, and understanding the interconnectedness of all things. Through the story of Santiago's journey, Paulo Coelho explores themes of self-discovery, fear, transformation, and the pursuit of happiness. By blending spirituality, philosophy, and adventure, the novel encourages readers to reflect on their own lives and consider what their personal legend might be. Ultimately, The Alchemist reminds us that the real treasure lies not in material wealth but in the wisdom we gain through living authentically, trusting the process, and pursuing what truly matters. Santiago's story is one of self-realization, and it serves as a powerful metaphor for anyone seeking to find their true purpose in life.